welcome back to Twist of the Risk. I'm here in this windy ass park right now, as you can see with all the trees. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and review this 2014 Yamaha R1. It's got a few mods on it, but other than that, it's just your typical 1000cc with a toast slip-on exhaust. I think it's 998, huh?
Something like that.
It's not 1,000, huh? So on the highway, man, this thing is like a monster. Just like the rider. So this is gonna be my first time riding this thing. I just sat on it, can't flat foot anything. So I'm gonna take it around, give my first expression. I did ride 1,000 before, but never this one.
Be careful.
And then he's gonna ride my little scooter over there.
That's why I was gonna feel like that.
Yeah, so I'll see you back on the helmet cam. This is gonna be my official review of this 2014 Yamaha R1 with the tow slip-on exhaust. It's got different tires on, but it'll be okay. Other than that, it's just your basic R1. It's actually my buddy Soka's, and he's gonna be riding the CBR over there. We'll see how everything goes. You can kind of say it's my first time riding 1,000, but I rode one like a few years back, but this one is definitely, this is probably the fastest bike I've ever ridden at the moment. So I told him if I drop it to help me pick it up. Ooh, ooh, yeah, this is definitely a little tall. Mode. So it feels good. Feels real nimble. Oh, it's tall. It's like a tall. Huh? Alright guys, so we're gonna ride this back. Maybe we're gonna ride it around here for a little bit, and then we're gonna go ahead and take the back roads back and see what happens. Other than that, it feels good. Let's try it out. Alright, here we go. Oh, the handle is kind of crazy. So the first thing I noticed is definitely the handling. It feels like it's front heavy. Definitely front heavy. I feel like it's kind of like it wants to dip in a corner, you know? So this is my first 1,000, guys, like literally. But I like it. Man, this is fast. But one thing that really gets my attention is how, for a 1,000cc bike, it's real nimble. But oh man, the handling is totally different, you know? But it picks up super fast, super nice. But the speed is definitely a factor, man. It's crazy. Look at this bike. Look at this bike. That's ridiculous. This bike is insane. It's super rugged. I love how rugged it is. You know what I mean? But the handling is probably where it's the most different. The power is something that you expect, but I didn't expect the handling at all to be like that. It feels so heavy. Front heavy. It's like, man, it's pretty crazy. Oh man, the front tire comes up so easily. literally just gave it like maybe 5-10% throttle. So second gear is literally where it's at. Oh man, this thing picks up fast. It picks up so fast. And I love it. Like I said, the power of this bike, the power of any bike, you're coming from a 250, 300 to a 600. When you jump into 1,000, you expect it. So it's like, if you expect something, you're gonna probably get it, you know what I mean? But the handling, I'm more scared of turning this thing than pulling that throttle back. Am I ready for 1,000? I feel like I am, but not yet, you know what I mean? Like, I'm ready to get one now, I can't get one now, and I shouldn't get one now. That's what I'm really trying to say. So these are one. They're about 191 real horsepower. Plus or minus, you know, depending how old and so on, the road, the tires, and yourself. But you can totally feel all of it. The weight is similar. The torque I think is like, the torque is like 89, 90 or something like that. But the coolest thing about my boy's bike is probably the toast exhaust in the back. The toast exhaust is insane. It looks crazy, it sounds crazy. I kind of want to ride a stock R1, 100% stock R1, and kind of just compare, you know what I mean? The seating position is real similar. You know, it's just a SUPERSPORT, so it's pretty aggressive. Lean a little bit forward. I'm a little shorter, so I bend at the hip and on my mid-back. So I'm okay in that department. As for where your feet position is, I understand if you're a taller guy, you kind of got to bend those knees pretty good. But I feel like I'm okay. You know, the mirrors are big. They're super visible when you're looking back. He's probably complaining about my bike right now, and I can tell he feels the power difference between these two. So should you buy this bike? I'd really think so. And if you're into the Yamaha thing, this is definitely their flagship bike. And you gotta definitely get these toast exhausts, man, because they're amazing. So you're looking for a bike, a good 1000cc, good as straight, good as the track, real nimble, power all over the place. You know, make yourself get an R1, man. This is a 2014, so I understand the newer years is a little bit more mechanically advanced than these ones, but for sure, 2014 is, you know, we'll get you hooked real quick. And when I de-accelerate this thing, you can totally hear the toast exhaust, man. It's pretty crazy. It's so loud on de-acceleration. It's a different noise when you're accelerating, and it's a different noise when you're de-accelerating. Awesome. We're back and we made it safe to the house. I went ahead and rode this 2014 R1, and it was good. It was real good. It was real smooth. Everything that you've probably heard about it is true. It's fast and it's loud and it's obnoxiously quick, you know. Off the throttle, it wakes up real quick and you have way more power up there. I brought it up to maybe about 9.5 to maybe 10. It isn't my bike, it's actually my buddy's. Finally rode Soka's bike. These exhausts right here, this toast, you can hear it through the whole ride whether you're accelerating or not, or deaccelerating. But my final verdict for this bike, for sure, if you're looking for an R1 that's definitely made for the track on the street, this is probably it. Just make sure you get that toast exhaust. That's probably the first mod you might want to do all day, every day.
Yeah, the stock exhaust is really ugly. It's like having fucking two trunks on the side.
Is it loud? It's not loud at all?
No, but it still got that Subaru sound.
Oh, that rumble? Yeah. These ones has a flat crank engine, so I think it started back in 09, if I'm correct. Anything before that, it's still 1000 cc, but you'll definitely feel the power delivery is a little bit different on those older ones. I assume the new R1s still have that same engine, but it has way more mechanically advanced features. This has modes just like any of those other new bikes, but man, it's a really good bike. That was my first time riding it, and as for the power, this is probably what everyone wants to hear about. The power is there. It's not lacking power anywhere.
Low RPM, guys.
Low RPM, just like the R6. That's definitely a Yamaha's characteristic on their bike. They like to keep it mellow down low, and then slowly wake it up in mid-range and top end. But for sure, this bike is an animal, man. So again, if you guys are looking for something, make sure you guys get this bike. My buddy over there started on a GSX-R 650, and he jumped on this R1, and he said that he was going to return it.
Yeah. Too much power, it leans forward too much.
What he's talking about leaning forward, that's the first thing I started talking about, was the way it handles. I've been riding a GSX-R 600 and also a CBR 600, and so I can definitely compare those two bikes with their handling capabilities, you know, with their turns through the corners and the twisties. But just coming out of a parking lot with this R1, it wanted to dive in. It is still definitely a undertail exhaust system, which means there's a lot of heat coming up. So if you live in beautiful California like us, where the weather kind of jumps around from the 90s, 100s, 110s, you'll definitely be feeling it right on your, there it is, right there. So just keep that in mind. All right, one more thing I wanted to say was I wanted to give a shout out to my buddy Henry, all the way out there in San Mateo, just because back in the day he used to ride an R1, so it's similar to his year. And it's awesome, man, but don't expect me to get one. Choo 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 choo.